Art, you know I don't do that on the first joke. It's third joke in. So I just gotta say this. So I hate handicaps. I'm sorry. I fucking hate handicaps. I went golfing with my buddy the other day, and he had a +10 handicap, and he fucking beat me by 2 strokes, and it pissed me the fuck off. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you fucking asshole. But now that we're on the subject, I hate rude handicaps. You know, I was at a bar the other day and some guy came rolling by me. He's like, move! I'm like, Jesus Christ. Fuck, you lost your legs, not your manners. And he almost ran over my toe, and I'm like, I'm still using these legs. How dare you? And before you judge me, he didn't like lose him in like Vietnam. He lost him in a boating accident, so that's on him. You know, that's his fault. Who here is in relationships? I know I saw a couple of you like raising hands. Anyone here in relationships?
Starting to raise it less.
Does that mean you're in a less of a relationship because of the middle of the show? Is it because of the wing nut on your one dread?
Yes, sir.
That makes sense. I wouldn't date you either after that. Like, I was staring at it the whole time like, why is there a wing nut? Are you just like, you're gonna put that like, if there's like a leak somewhere, like I got a wing nut, like that's like having a slice of cheese when there's a fucking clog. Someone like, what? Put the cheese in it. Like, that's all you got. A wing nut. It's a fashion statement, fair enough. I like it. You sure do have a wing nut. Yes, sir. But, so, I was talking to my buddy, and he and I were discussing, like, you know, if we could ever create, like, the perfect girlfriend or boyfriend, if it matters for you. And so we were joking about this. It's like, man, if you could just take those perfect partners from the past and just create that Frankenstein girlfriend or boyfriend. Like, for me, it'd be like, you know, Sarah's boobs, Michelle's hair, Uncle Steve's lips, you know, Carmen's eyes. You know, just like you're that perfect person. But of course, it will never happen. There's always gonna be a flaw, and the flaw's not necessarily with that person. It's maybe with you too. But you just have that picture of something you want, and it won't come to fruition. But it's fine, you know. But with that, my girlfriend, she's amazing, and we were spooning the other night, and she farted. She farted on my dick, and I'm like, what? And I felt the vibration. I'm like, oh my god! And I got a boner. I'm like, what? What? That's weird. That's weird. But then I smelled it, and I'm like, nope, that went straight down. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, that's weird. But I made the mistake of like letting her know it was okay to fart because she did it on an accident one time. She farted, and I'm like, we both laughed. And I'm like, no, it's natural. It happens. And now she just goes walking around like, I'm like, oh, you should probably wipe. That was it was wet. I feel like I'm dating a guy now. This is crazy. This is fun, but it's a new chapter, and I like it. It's kind of interesting now, but I don't know, something neat. Have you guys ever seen those commercials where you can like buy stars? Has anybody ever seen that? No? Am I the only one? It was like 15 years ago. But I remember you can buy it, so look it up. I guarantee you this is a real thing. You can actually go online, you can actually buy stars for a loved one. I don't know who profits off this. I don't know how the fuck they made it a thing. But you can go on like some organization, some website. You can you can buy a star, because there's billions of them, so why not? You can buy a star, you can name it, they'll give you the coordinates, they'll put it on a plaque. And then I only imagine like, baby, I bought you a star. Oh really, where is it? It's one of those thousands and thousands up there. I've got the coordinates. If you find a telescope, you can find it. I'm like, that doesn't mean shit. You just spent $50 for nothing. But there's a giant homeless population here. Why not buy a homeless person? It's the same fucking print. You can buy a homeless person. Yes, sir, you're raising your hand. Are you a homeless person? I will gladly buy you. Oh, fair enough. Okay. $25 to the highest bidder. Let's go. Let's start. We're starting at 50 cents. Let's see what happens here because of the wing nut. But I imagine because of the homeless population, you think about it, and they're just sitting there. At least you can see what's going on. You can feed it. You can throw stuff at it. You know, like, oh, there it is. Like, which one's yours? The one shit behind the bridge on Bear Creek. Yeah, you can name it. You can do whatever you want to it. You can even have sex to it. You can bring it inside your house, shower, have sex with it, throw it in a closet. If it bites you, you can throw it out. Who's it gonna tell? What's gonna happen to you if you beat the shit out of it and throw it back? You know, there's no consequences, nothing.
AIDS.
Well, condoms. So there's. Gotcha. No, that's not enough to stop your AIDS. You got a wing nut in your rat tail, so I don't know how you fix that. And you have a San Francisco bullseye, so you're lose. I don't know. Let's see. So Pope Francis recently came out with a thing. He claims that if you have animals, but you won't have a kid, that you're selfish. What? Well, I guess that makes sense because Catholic Church producing predators forever. Yeah, I'd rather have a kid than produce a cat or a dog rather than produce a kid that you want to try and fuck. Because guess what? Dogs bite and cats scratch. You know what a kid does? Ow, and cries. And then you have therapy for years. So yeah, of course, no kids for me. I'm gonna have a cat, thank you. Yes. Fucking Pope Francis, you just lost my vote. Fuck you, Jesus Christ. You're selfish, you piece of shit. You dumb cunt. Any hooser.
I fuck dogs.
I know you do. Just by the way you look, I'm not gonna, next joke. Anyways, so I found out in college when I drink, I get terrible whiskey dick, like really, really bad. Like not the point of like, you know, some guys get whiskey dick and they're, you know, a buddy of mine called me one time. He's like, man, I got whiskey dick last night. I'm like, really? How so? It's like, I was with this chick all night and I couldn't finish. I'm like, that's cute, but that's not true whiskey dick. You don't have true whiskey dick until you have to use your fingers as a shoehorn to get the penis inside. And at that point, you're like, you can't move front and back. You just have to gyrate around in circles. You're like, don't move, don't breathe. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, okay, and then I'm trying to figure out, who's more embarrassed here, me or her? And clearly her, because I get to go home and lie about it to my buddy. He's like, how was it? It was fucking awesome. We were up all night. She has to tell her friends the truth. How was it? It's like he put a wet spaghetti noodle in me and then shivered. I'm like, yeah, that's about what happened. That's about what happened. So I work at a gym, and the gym's got two really cool perks. The first one is you have access to every single person in that gym. So when a girl comes over and scans her card, I get to go, hey Katie, 625 Cantrell Drive, apartment 244. You doing legs today? I know you are, I've been watching. Yesterday was shoulder day, today's legs. Yep, I know. He agrees. He's bobblehead over there, I like it. Oh God. But the other cool perk is you're, you just kept going. You just kept going. Anyways, the other cool perk is you're never short an old naked men in the locker room. Those motherfuckers. They'll come out of the shower and they'll just drop their towel. They'll put their leg up like, hey, so I was watching the softball game the other day. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? Am I in a Turkish bathhouse? Put on your goddamn underwear or wrap your towel around. What is happening here? Jesus Christ. What? And they'll just hold a conversation. I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. Put it away. They'll look at you in the eyes. They'll corner you. I'm like, I don't, no. But the antithesis of that is if you've ever noticed an adolescent or a teenager in a locker room, they're hiding their dick from you as if you're trying to steal it. They're just gonna do the underwear on quick, no, don't look at me, oh God. So some little kid sat next to me the other day, I'm in the gym, and he's trying to put his underwear on. I just had to fuck with him, like, give me that dick! And he's like, no, just like that on. I'm like, no. I'll teach him, poor kid indeed, fuck him, he's gonna learn. Gonna grow up quick. So I'm originally from California, and yeah, one of you.
California.
You're from California?
She's excited about the California, not excited.
Anyways, fucking give him a water, a hard water. But so I come from California, and And I came to realization that you Oregonians hate Californians, essentially.
Yes.
Yes, nice. Well, I understand why. We are your Mexicans. You know, we come here, we take your jobs. I don't have insurance. I've been driving around the last year and a half with nothing, and so I get it. I get why you hate us. So I'll finish with this one. I was at work. And I heard a conversation between two of my coworkers, and it was my coworker explaining sex with his boyfriend, and she was like listening to this. She's like, "Oh, wouldn't that hurt?" And then he was like, "Well, sweetheart, you don't have a prostate, so don't knock it till you try it." And then she was like, "Oh." And I'm listening to all of this. I'm like, "That's fucking retarded. Don't knock it till you try it. What? That's dumb." So I'm at home that night taking a shower, and I'm thinking about how stupid that was. Don't knock it till you try it. I'm getting ready to turn my shower off, and I look over and I see my shower handle. I'm like, that's dumb.
Don't knock it till you try it. He's trying it.
You got like that.
Trying it. Deeper. Deeper, Johnny, deeper. Deeper. Damn, look at that.
It took me like 9 showers to realize it's not for me. That's not for me. All right, everybody, that's my time. Thank you so much. Let's get Justin back up here.